Hello guys, welcome to 974 Exotics. Again, you're in front of the treat. But before showing you, actually it's two treats. The first thing that you have to keep in mind, we're shooting this video in the industrial area in Qatar, and it's in a private garage that belongs to one of the owners of these treats. The first thing is, it's really hot. It's 40 degrees, so we're literally sweating. And the second reason I'm wearing the traditional thobe with the cap is because we're in this area, to keep it like a kind of cool. So Anupam, show them the treats. Man, it's so hot. I have to do this. Sorry for the viewers. I think it's gonna look cool. We have only one mic, so we're gonna use it to our own benefit. Mr. Abdullah, brother Abdullah. How are you doing?
Fine, thank you. Fine.
Well, thank you for this treat.
You're most welcome.
Abdullah Al-Mohtaseb from Brothers Team. He's gonna be the one explaining about the first treat, which is the yellow car. Let's go to it. So we have something in the background. So brother Abdullah,
Yes.
introduce yourself. What's your full name?
My name Abdulla Al-Mohtaseb. I am the one who's created the brothers team for the drift.
Since
And,
how many years now?
It was in 2017.
MashaAllah.
It's just to start with my brother Hani.
MashaAllah.
But Hani, he's not a driver. Actually, he's the one who's take care about my car and about the small details in the car.
Okay, he's
From the
basically the
engine.
marketing head also.
No, he's like the auto electrician, the auto mechanic, and the service manager of the team, if we can say now.
MashaAllah,
Because
that's great.
it was only idea, and now we just come like a team.
So
and,
you've been drifting for how many years now?
يعني, let us say 6 years.
6 years.
6 years, and one before the 6 years, there's 1 year as a beginner with
Okay.
a stock car. Then we start as a team and followers and fans. all this sort of
What made you start? Why drifting?
Actually, it's my passion. It's very far from my study. I'm computer engineering, by the way.
MashaAllah.
I finished my study in Iraq, but because of my passion, since I
was a kid, يعني.
a kid or something like that. When we was a kid, like small cars, it's our passion.
Yes, exactly.
Then we go with the cars, and I can remember that time in one day when I owned the Nissan Z370 red color, just to start to go to the QRC, Qatar Racing Club, and just to try to make something like what my friends now doing in the QRC, just much of a spin with a stock car.
Makes sense.
Yeah, and then step by step, every day, every month, we put some small thing in the
Best,
car.
can we say best means what for those who doesn't know? It's really hot. I mean, you literally can see us sweating, but we're doing this for you guys. So go subscribe. One of the things that I always say to myself, people think that in Qatar we have schools that teach us how to drift like other countries, but we don't. Everything you did until
Yes,
this professional
yes,
level,
yes.
you taught yourself, صح?
Yes, to be honest, you are correct 100%. But for myself, because I have many of friends who's drifting. One of my best friend, his name is Rafat Haroun in Jordan. He's one of the famous drifter in the Middle East. He just support me also and give me from his time to teach me how can I make drifting in a professional way.
Wow.
But in Qatar, to be honest, I'm trying now to make something with the QRC, with the QMMF, or to start a drift school in Qatar. So inshallah,
Okay.
soon we can see the drift school in Qatar. I hope in this season, inshallah.
Inshallah. And this is a great segue to have a transition to talk about the sponsors, because the sponsors basically they make this possible for Brothers Team. At the same time, we are in the garage of Abdullah Al-Mohtaseb, so this is also, I think it's a good thing that you have your own garage,
Yeah.
and I think it's good for business. So show us the car. Show us first of all, who are the sponsors, what is their role in the car, what did they do, I mean, talk to us about whatever you think it's valuable.
Now, as you know, and everybody knows that any kind of motorsports, it's costly, much of money.
Sure.
So especially drifting or rallies need the support, and this is also like a message for the government and for the private companies to support the guys who make motorsport around the world, not only in Qatar. So it's really a nice question or nice comment from you to thanks our sponsors. Let us start.
We have to.
Yeah.
So for those who doesn't know, TP stands for Top
It's
Performance.
Top Performance, Mr. Jassim Al-Amyadi, Custom Workshop, Ahmed Al-Imadi, and also Seashore, Mr. Salim Al-Muhannadi. He's one of kind people who support us from A to Z. And whenever we ask him, he always support us in a lot of things, not only in let us say in cash money. No, he actually support us in relations, in some letters from the government.
Exactly.
Really I want to thank him so much for his supporting us.
Well, you deserve it. صراحة يعني truthfully, صراحة means truthfully. You really deserve it. Engine wise, can we open the
Engine
bonnet?
wise, now the cars look like Nissan Z350. This is how it's look from outside.
Okay.
But the heart of the car is totally different from JDM. I'm so sorry. I love the JDM cars, but here for the drift wise, we have to go to the something who can help us in the drifting, which is this is for sure. It's my love, it's my baby. This is LS7 engine, V8 engine, 7-liter, full bolt-in. Full bolt on and everything. So if we need to talk about the details, it will take much of time. But the only note which I can give it to you, it's LS7, and the only originally LS7 parts in this part of the car, only the block of the engine, which is here inside.
Wow.
This is the only original thing as a LS engine. What else from the head, from the piston, from the crankshaft, from everything, from A to Z is completely.
It was made in Ahmed Al-Imadi
really,
custom workshop
yeah,
garage.
He's the one who support me in the building of this.
How much
engine.
time did it take almost?
You talk about the time.
The time building the engine?
Let us say it's between the orders and the time around 3 to 4 months.
Wow.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
And who was the programmer of the car?
The programmer, he's Mr. Wissam. He's a very also nice guy. I'm so sorry to forget his name from the beginning, but he's always
We cannot
supporting
forget him. I mean, for those who don't know from the viewers, unfortunately, we're going to show you a clip of this car one day. My Camaro ZL1 that got modified in custom workshop by Ahmed Al-Imadi, and it was tuned by Wissam. It got burnt. But one day we're going to talk about the history behind the owners of 974 Exotics, Azmi and Anupam. Okay, so custom workshop, Wissam, TP top performance.
Yes, yes.
I told you guys it's very hot. So let's close the bonnet. The livery was made by which shop?
This is Speed Art. Mr. Adel and Mr. Adib, Speed Art for stickers, and they have a lot of products related with the car.
They are good friends of me also. They did so many things for us. What else?
I want to show you also, let us say, my car petrol station.
Wow.
It's something amazing in the car. Let me call my friend here to help me. Please, Mr. Yahya.
So Mr. Yahya is basically the godfather of everything.
We call him, we call him Sheba, you know.
Sheba means the old guy. So let's see this. Can we say that the whole car is made from fiber?
Let us say 50% of the car is from the fiber. I mean, like this one is very light.
Okay.
It's fiber. The doors, you see here, the 50% of the car is gone, and this is our petrol station. It's also nice to talk about, let us say, most of the parts in the car. It's come to us as a support from our main sponsor, Top Performance, Mr. Jassim Al-Imadi.
Wow.
This is the part now. The petrol station is 100% from Mr. Jassim Al-Imadi.
And I think that what is it, methanol or ethanol?
No, this is ethanol. and 114 ethanol. It's a pure ethanol.
Wow.
And this car actually is not running with the normal fuel. No, it's special ethanol. As you know, this kind of cars, because it's modified, we try to get even 1% from everything to get the horsepower or to get the
Horsepower wise, how
Yeah.
much?
the horsepower of the car. We reach last run around 600 horsepower.
Mashallah.
Yeah.
So is it four-wheel drive?
No, it's rear drive for sure.
Rear drive.
Yeah, the
Okay.
drift it should be. This is the very important point, that the drifting car, it should be like a rear wheel only.
Okay.
And the differential, we call it LSD, which is limited slip differential, which is mean it's connect the both wheel together when they running in the track.
Okay. So basically, all the power is in the backside.
Yes, exactly.
The radius on the front is how much?
What is
The
it?
turning radius.
Now this one can reach around 70 degree.
And you can,
We can adjust it to the more, but
Okay.
for our tracks here in Qatar is more than enough.
because they are smaller, right?
Yeah, it's small, not in that much. Yani we are talking about the QRC. It's around 200 meter by 300 meter.
Okay. So, the moment you've been all waiting for Abdullah,
Yes, bro.
can you show us how to start the car?
Yeah, sure.
Please. The process is easy if you know how to do it. So this is what?
This is the killing switch.
Okay.
This one we use it as a safety switch in case if anything happen in the car while you're driving the car in the track, anyone can help you from the safety stuff. Just kill the car. So we call it the kill switch, and should
Okay.
be outside of the car
Okay.
and visible for anyone who's can or who's possible to help you in the emergency cases.
Okay, so it actually stops all the electricity in the car.
Yes.
Oh, that's amazing.
So now we will switch it on.
Okay.
Then the main switch is here.
Main switch. So the main switch is what?
The main switch who's give the electric for whole switches inside the car.
Okay.
From the battery for sure. Then the main switch, the ignition, the fuel pump, the fan. Then here the start. Actually it will take time because you know the ethanol
So it will take time because of the ethanol.
is cold.
It's
petrol,
cold.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now the second time it should be start.
Oh. I don't know. Oh my God. I don't know if you can hear us, but it's too loud. I'm literally screaming in the mic. This is so amazing. Oh my God.
So we killed the car.
Okay, I was literally screaming. So, sorry for those. No, it's amazing. I say the word amazing a lot, but this is amazing. One thing that you have to keep in your mind, because the livery, the kit, everything on the car has to be on spot so he can gain points in the drifting competition. And one thing that they created, and brother Abdullah, he's I think the first one in the world. They made the exhaust tip come from the top. You told me that there's another place where they
Redbull Redbull Drift brothers. They did also before, but in a different design.
okay,
and
and
actually
they had two, I think. Right?
Yeah, it's a double exhaust and like in one in the right, one in the left. But because of our car has the fuel let us say the petrol station here in the back, in the right side. So we prefer to put it only in one side and direct to the sky.
I mean, just imagine it's just behind the driver. This is great. This is great. I think it's gonna win the first spot. Inshallah, inshallah.
This is what our this is our target actually in Redbull Car Park Drift, because anyone who's like to drive in a car in Redbull Car Park Drift, he should be dreaming this position, because as you know, it's like a huge
It's a
championship.
huge, yeah, and it's an accomplishment.
Yeah, exactly. And now it's coming like the final. They changed the name of the championship to the world final.
Wow.
So now it's like a international competition.
And there is one thing that we want to show you, and we want to thank him because, as you see, 974 Exotics on the car. Thank you.
You're most welcome.
This
brother.
is amazing for us. Well, that's the startup of the car. Well, Brother Abdullah, thank you for this treat.
You're most
Do you
welcome.
have any messages for the future drifters in
Actually,
this field?
it's always our team message to anyone who's want to race or to try this kind of feeling. He's welcome to contact us by our social media to support him. And the main message that for anyone, we don't need to make, or we need you to be safe and stop the racing in the public roads. And you have a special area with a safety covering in Qatar, like QMMF, QRC, to enjoy in your let us say in your racing in the correct way. And as a brother team, we are ready to support you in whatever you need.
Well, first of all, I want to say, or lastly, I want to say good luck
Thank
for
you so
the
much.
event, inshallah,
Thank you
Friday.
so
We're
much.
going to be there. And I hope you take the first podium.
Inshallah, inshallah. Thank you so much.
And last but not least, I was going to say something, which is thank you to them for allowing us to put our logos on the car. This is a huge thing for us.
No, it's nothing.
And well, we're gonna put their social media accounts in the bio. You can follow them, share, subscribe to their channels also. And now we're gonna have the special guest. What's his name?
Mr. Ali.
Mr. Ali. Come.
Brother Ali.
Brother Ali.
Yeah.
Assalamu alaikum, Ali.
Alaikum salam.
Well,
How are you?
Brother
Okay.
Abdullah, thank you very much
You're most
again.
welcome.
You guys, we are in the garage. They are preparing for the day after tomorrow. So that's why you're going to be seeing people in the background. It's okay.
Yalla.
Thank you.
Excuse me and enjoy together.
Thank you. So, present yourself.
My name is Ali Jabshe.
And you've been drifting for how many years?
2 years almost.
Let's go to the car. So you saw the first treat. Now that's the second treat. We're going to stay next to the mic. Anupam, we're going to bother you. So, you've been, again, drifting for how many years?
2 years almost.
Okay, how did you learn to drift? Because I think it's like Al-Mohtaseb also, and almost all the other guys, you self-taught yourself.
Basically, yeah. So
Okay.
my bigger brother always used to go drifting, and I'll always go with him.
Hello.
At some point, I actually bought a simulator, and that's how I started it.
Oh my God! So you learned the expensive way.
Yeah.
Okay.
And,
So explain the car to us because it looks fairly stock. And by the way, thank you for letting us put our logo on
Of course,
the
my
number
pleasure.
plates.
You're welcome.
This is a huge push for us. So tell us about the car.
The car is kind of a street car, to be honest.
Okay.
It's engine-wise, it's mostly stock, just bolt-ons, a tune.
Okay. How many horsepower?
It's 315 on a dyno. 315
interesting.
to the wheels. It's a bit more than a typical Z because it has 3-inch intakes, which give you a bit more power.
Cool. The front suspension and everything is modified.
Yeah, so basically we have KW coilovers all around.
Okay.
Up front for the drifting geometry and steering angle, we have a FDF Mega Mantis kit.
Hello.
It gives you just better geometry for drifting and more turning radius.
Okay.
In the back, it's just SPL suspension arms. As I said, KW coilovers.
Cost-wise, approximately, within because you worked on the car for how many years now?
4 or 5 years.
4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
So approximately, how much does it cost for a beginner to start?
Okay, so to start, you don't need to do this much.
Okay, cool.
To start, honestly, if you have your car ready, you'd only need $2,000-3,000 max,
Cool.
which is equivalent to 10,000 riyals.
Okay, cool. And if you're gonna go with the upgraded fronts, backs, and stuff like that, how much would it cost?
You'd probably go into the, I'd say, 15 to 20,000 range.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's kind of expensive, but not really.
Yeah,
Because
if you
you're
do it
gonna-
all at once, it's really expensive.
Yeah.
But like, as I did it over a few years, doesn't add up really quickly.
And the funny part is, it's almost daily driver.
It used to be a daily driver at some point. I used to
Now
drive
it's,
it to,
I think it's semi.
yeah, it's semi now.
Yeah.
I used to drive it to school, actually, to university.
How old are you?
I'm 24.
MashaAllah. Well, I hope you have a long life. Most of the cars that we shoot have custom interiors. So show us the custom interior, please. Oops, I'm sorry.
No worries.
If I break it, I buy it.
It's okay, you're my sponsor now.
So it's
So the
semi-
interior is, yeah, it's mostly stock.
Okay.
Not, yeah, and does have some modifications. So you have bucket seats from Sparco, an RD steering wheel. You have the hydraulic handbrake, which is, it's not essential for drifting, but it does really help in some situations.
Makes sense. AC.
AC, radio, speakers, navigation.
Can we say that you can listen to music while drifting?
Oh yeah,
Oh, really?
yeah.
Okay. Well,
I
that
actually
should
do sometimes.
that should boost your adrenaline. Actually.
When it's a free day, like an open track day, yeah, I do. But when it's competition, you need to be. fully
Oh,
focused.
that's the thing that we didn't ask Brother Abdullah. How many types of drifting competitions do we have in Qatar?
So there's basically three types.
Okay.
There's the Qatar Drifting Championship. There's the Open Days, which basically is, okay, so the Drifting Championship, you need a fully, like it's a race car championship, you need a caged car, a fire system, kill switch.
Things that this car doesn't
Does not
have,
have.
but the car from the Brother
Exactly.
Abdullah has. Okay, cool.
So that's the difference. The open track days, you can just go with any car, basically.
Okay.
You just pay the entrance fee. And we do have a yearly Redbull Car Park Drift competition.
Okay. And the Red Bull event, is it considered a championship event, kind of?
It's basically a qualifier event for the World Finals, which
Wow.
happens in different countries each year.
Okay.
So this year, the final is in Egypt. So there's going to be around, I think, if I'm not mistaken, 14 to 15 countries. And from each country, there's one or two drivers who come to the championship.
And if I'm not mistaken, in Qatar we have for this event almost 25.
Yeah, that's right. We have 25 drivers.
And the master key of the event, who is presented by Red Bull, is what's his name?
Oh, Abdul Ghali.
Yeah, Abdul Ghali.
He's the main Red Bull representative.
he is.
He draws the track. He comes, tries it out,
Wow.
gives us tips.
Well-
He pretty much does the driving aspect of it.
You have a championship
Yes.
in a couple of days. So, I mean, I can start the car. He allowed me, but I'm not gonna do it because, I mean, you have a competition. If I do something wrong, I'm not gonna sleep for like a whole year.
Sure, yeah, I'll start.
Yeah, let's do it. Ali said that it's fairly easy because it's kind of stock-ish, but we will let him do it. Does the car have anything, like any modifications to the engine or something?
The engines is just bolt-ons
Okay,
and the tune, exhaust.
That's it.
Simple stuff.
okay, cool.
Nothing crazy.
Well, we'll open the door for you.
Sure. Thank you.
VIP. I love the fact that it has this semi half custom interior. Anupam, show them the back. It reminds me of the video of the M2CS racing. So you daily drive this car, صح?
Yeah, at some point I used to daily drive this car, and right now it's turning into more of a race car.
AC.
AC, radio, speakers, navigation,
I'm so jealous right now.
pretty much the whole 9 yards.
Well, show us. That was easy. Ooh. So if you rev it, can you rev it? You know, this is the moment that everyone is waiting for. You know this, right?
I do.
Wow. Man, God bless you.
Thank you.
And thank you again. I mean, you guys didn't see, but let's check the back. And then Anupam, we're going to show them the front. We covered the number plates. with with our logo. Thank you, bro.
You're welcome. You're most welcome.
It's exciting for us. To conclude, do you have anything to say about your sponsors?
Yeah, so first of all, I'd like to thank Abdulla Al-Mohtaseb and the Brothers Drifting team. Honestly, I'm not really big into the car scene here, so once I came to Abdullah, he was very welcoming and supportive of everything, and he's honestly helped me from day one, so that's like, I'd like to thank him for all his help and support.
He's a good guy.
He is.
He is.
He definitely
And
is.
the fact that he's giving you all his sources,
Exactly.
I think it's a big deal.
Yeah.
And for you guys to give us this opportunity to be part of the Brothers team, it's a blessing.
You're most
So
welcome.
thank you. I'm dying here, so we're going to conclude. Thank you, Brothers team. Thank you, Abdullah Muhtasib, for this nice treat. Viewers, go subscribe. Anupam, let's head out.